pretty amazing working with my wife. So I know I'm working with a partner that's just as dedicated as I am.
Working with my husband has its challenges because we're together all the time. It is an art form what we do here as far as metal shaping, especially the interiors, paint colors, matching it to interiors, wheels. I mean, everything goes hand in hand. Everything has to be complementary. GCD actually stands for Gillen Custom Design. Gillen is a combination of my partner's name and my name, Gil and Linda. My name is Linda Nylon, and I am the owner of GCD Auto Studio.
My name is Gil Mungie. I am one of the owners at GCD Auto Studio.
He has a respect for what I do here. I have respect for what he does here.
GCD, you know, we're not just building cars, we're building relationships.
Because I'm the realist, he's the dreamer.
Because it's not just about the build. We're 100% married to the ride. Balancing a full project and knowing the strength of your team is the key to delivering the quality that our clients expect. This 1969 GTO is truly a team effort. I got Kurt on the top, Columns on the audio, Kenny's taking care of the fabrication, Julio is stitching up the seats, and we're calling in Guido to wrap these panels. This is 100% a GCD team effort. Things are moving along really quickly on the 1969 GTO. Guido has the full handcrafted Mercedes velour carpet installed with a secret little compartment to hide the electronics for the LS motor.
We had to create a special compartment for the electronic component here in the passenger side. That's gonna be it.
Kenny has finished all the fabrication on the door panels, including the working inner door handle. So he's now turned that over to Guido. Guido's now going to make patterns and wrap everything in that black Relicate leather.
Very nice.
We have an '89 Nizzan 300Z it's actually from Japan. It's a right-hand drive. It's not something we normally do, but he's a good friend of ours, and it was kind of a fun, cool project, and it brought me back to high school. So a little nostalgic, so it's like, sure.
I was excited to hear that this car was coming in because I happen to work on Japanese cars on the side. I race Japanese cars in what we call drifting. And I've been doing that my whole life. So it's a little unusual that we would have a car like this '89 300ZX come into the shop, but it's something I'm familiar with, it's something I'm comfortable working on, and it's work that I've done before on other vehicles.
We did a body kit, 23-piece body kit on there. Widen the fenders, put ground effects, all the little wing. In doing that, obviously, we had to do a complete paint job because you can't just paint the body kit to try to match the car that has, 30-year-old paint on it. And he wanted to keep red, which was the original color, but he wanted it to have a little bit of zing. Like when it was out in the sun at a car show, it would just have that depth and that nice richness of color and a little bit of a sparkle. We gave Jay 3 options that the client wanted, and we have what's called speed shapes. He sprayed them out, and he did say, hey, listen, for this particular car with this body kit, this is probably going to be your best choice as far as what the client is looking to accomplish. And sure enough, that's what the client picked. We did have to put an air ride system in that because it was so low to the ground, he would never have even made it out of our parking lot.
A right-hand drive JDM spec Nissan 300ZX is very uncommon. You don't see a lot of them. I don't see many of them at the track, if ever. And you don't see them in person. This is a pretty unique car. We don't see a lot of these that are American spec, let alone a right-hand drive Japanese one.
one thing in the interior shop you're going to take a look at, as well as the full build side, is stages, right? So we have multiple projects and they're each in different stages. What we like to have is stuff ready to head out the door. We have stuff in a middle ground of just maybe halfway point, and then we have new projects coming in the door.
It's marrying all this together, marrying the entire shop and all of the work together, and how we do that. And I think we do that pretty well. There are moments, but overall I think we do that pretty well. We have our 40 Ford pickup truck. This is a complete one-off. It's almost like a sculpture. Every single panel on this has been fabricated, altered, either rounded, expanded. Nothing here has been purchased from a OEM catalog and put on.
So we got this truck about 3 years ago or so. It was a nice guy. He wound up buying it off an old gentleman that had it forever. He probably bought it new. He wanted something different. I guess he has a bunch of different 40 Fords, and he wanted something unique, and that's one of the things we do here. Pretty much modified and altered every part of this vehicle in some way, shape, or form.
And sculpted and expanded and shortened, and it's just the rolling front end, and the same thing that's repeated in the rear, and just the way he took a square bed and made all these beautiful curves in there. We have a large Hemi in here, which doesn't afford much space as far as putting anything else under the hood.
More or less built the truck around the motor, being that it's a very large Hemi. It's just been an ongoing project.
One of the things we had to do, because the motor in it's so big that we just didn't have any room. I had to modify the firewall. I had to set the cab back probably about 1.5 inches to accept this gigantic motor in there, and I had to modify basically the whole nose to be able to accept it, to accept the motor that's in it.
I really have that appreciation for what he does. And it's like layering a cake, his beautiful metal work, and then you have the body work that goes with it, and then the paint, and all of those things. It starts from the ground up, and we're so lucky to have somebody like him with us.
The 1969 GTO center console is all set, so Colum has finished all the fabrication on that.
I'm Colum Durasmo, I'm a fabrication specialist.
So on the 69 GTO, there were definitely some intricacies on the console with the rendering. The sliding pocket being one, landing a shifter bezel in the correct place is always a challenge. The pocket for the storage, we made true to the rendering, so that was another aspect that took a little bit of time, but I think it all came together really well.
Drifting is a type of motorsports where you either have one person that does a solo run, or you have two people where one person does a lead lap and the other person does a chase. Drifting started in Japan, and it started with Japanese cars, obviously, and it has gone into other vehicles, but generally, for the most part, Japanese vehicles tend to be the best for it.
We have an 89 300ZX from Japan, right-hand drive, that we're working on.
Sean is one of our customers. He has a few cars that he's had here with us, and he brought in his Japanese right-hand drive Nissan 300ZX. The Nissan 300ZX is going to be in for a full wide-body kit that consists of more than 24 pieces.
Widen the fenders, put ground effects, all the little wing, bunch of stuff in the front grille. I mean, just really, this thing looks totally different from what it was. In doing that, obviously, We had to do a complete paint job because you can't just paint the, the body kit to try to match the car.
Once the kit is fitted, we're going to be moving on to paint. It's going to be painted in the original red color that it came in from the factory, which happens to be very vibrant red, and it's going to look amazing once it's done. Certain parts of this body kit are going to be painted with black accents to set it off.
It just felt like there was going to be a lot of red.
Add a nice contrast and a real race-inspired look to the vehicle.
So in doing the kit, we realized that it's going to need to be up off the ground, so an air ride system in this was a must.
It's going to have wider wheels, they're going to be closer to the fenders, and we're going to have to make sure that under normal driving conditions, he's able to protect the fenders as well as the larger wheels, and it allows the customer to have the car low when they're at a car show, or they can raise it up when they're driving. So we have the entire wide body kit back from paint for the Nissan 300ZX. The color looks phenomenal. It looks like it matches the body really well. We're going to have a big project ahead of us, making sure that we get it all fitted and back on the vehicle before Sean's ready to take delivery of the car.
Now that Julio has the seats upholstered and they're ready to install, so once Guido gets done with the panels, he'll be moving on to the center console.
First thing, I have to make sure everything fits, because I received the console with the fabricator, and I have to make sure that fit before I start working with the foam and the leather. That's the first step. It doesn't have any stitch. But they had a special design, that line in the middle, and I had to make the console in two pieces, one at the top, one at the bottom. The two pieces had to join in that line, and the measurement and the fitting on the leather had to be perfect.
Last thing on the list is Kurt getting the black canvas convertible top installed, and then it's ready for the owner to pick up.
So today we're working on a 69 GTO Convertible. It had a white vinyl top, changing over to a stay fast top with a glass window. This one has a one-piece bow on the back, as opposed to the three-piece, which is kind of more difficult to work with. One bolt on each side on these with the one bow, and the bolt is mounted from the inside. It wasn't too bad. I got to close it myself. Sometimes they're tight when we put them on. It takes two people to close them, but they do stretch out over time, and then it's easier to open and close.
When this thing rolled in, it had a white vinyl top. Kurt just wrapped up this beautiful black cloth top. Guido has a few more things to do, and this one is a wrap.
Today we're just gonna finish the 1969 GTO. We just had to install the driver's seat, steering wheel, and the seal plate.
Guido just wrapped up this beautiful 1969 GTO, and I know I've said it in the past that I love this car, but I gotta tell you, I even love it even more now. This one was definitely a team effort. I mean, when you look at the seats done by Julio, the door panels done by Guido, the full trunk enclosure, the console. This console is absolutely amazing. Colin did an amazing job on it, knocked it out. I mean, this interior is really true to the rendering. What the guys have done with this car is amazing. The beautiful leather seats. This is actually all Relicate leather, Alcantara, custom perforation in the inserts. The door panels beautifully sculpted, very intricate, including the door handles, the inserts. I mean, we've made custom speaker grills on this one, so it's all 3D printed grills. We did a full trunk enclosure, all audio frog system in this one. Throw in a black custom convertible top. This thing has got everything going on and more.
So we've completed the wide body kit on the Nissan 300ZX, as well as the air ride suspension and the larger wheels. It looks phenomenal.
When cars are usually revealed to the owners, the first thing you see is the paint job.
The match of the kit, the fit of the kit, the air ride suspension when it's nice and low, and then the match of the wheels is excellent.
So you really have to get them in that first moment.
I can't wait to see Sean and see his reaction to it because it looks great.
So we are delivering today our 89 300Z from Japan. This came in pretty much stock as it was. We did an entire body kit. I believe it was 23 pieces. We repainted the entire vehicle. It's a Toyota red. We also did a couple interior refreshes, the seats, headliner, door panels, little center console. And then obviously the rims and tires are new. They were really dated, so you needed that to bring the whole look together. And the customer is coming to pick it up as I speak.
Linda, this is spectacular. Oh my God.
Yeah, she looks hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I love everything about it. Everything. Oh my God. Wow. It's better than I thought it was going to come out, you know? Really? My name's Sean Scandell. I'm from Pine Bush, New York. I've always had a love for the Z line. I've always had a love for the 300ZX, particularly Z32, this style. This is my 89 300ZX right-hand drive from Japan.
It came to us when I was just wearing a t-shirt, and now it's leaving and I'm wearing a sweatshirt. So you can tell it's been here about 4 to 5 months.
Besides from this beautiful paint job, they put a wide body kit on it. But with that wide body we needed wider wheels, bigger wheels to fill in that tub. So we put a 12-inch wheels in the back with 335s on it, and 10-inch wheels in the front with 255s on it. So she should hug pretty nice. Then, of course, because of the body kit, she sat a little lower. And these roads in New York, you know, we have speed bumps. My driveway's a hill. So I didn't want to scrape the car up, so they added air ride suspension to it. Linda's in charge of the full builds, Gil's in charge of the interiors, and together, they're married to the ride.
So what did you think about making candles this weekend?
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. I love making candles. And of course, predictably, I picked leather as my scent, so.
And sandalwood.
Yeah, so what do you want for an interior guy? Leather's got to be the main scent.
Yeah, but that's gotta pick fun, weird things. Like I picked 3 weird, odd things, and they actually ended up smelling great. What does that mean?
I'm just saying, I stick to proven scents.
The safe things.
Absolutely, 100% safe. You know me. That's me. Not a risk taker by any means.
All right, what's going on at the shop? I feel like I am right there, but I never get to see what's going on, which is
missed,
every day goes so fast.
Missed it. We delivered the GTO. Client loved it. So everything came together beautiful in the end. No drama. It was like, actually, I think we were finished ahead of time, but you know, Kurt wrapped up that top. So a nice black cloth in the end we went with the glass window.
Good choice.
With that black leather and Alcantara. I mean, sound system, the trunk. I mean, it was a full package. So it was definitely, guys pulled it together and shows well, and the client's very happy. That's our first project with that particular client, so hopefully we'll see more in the future. So, see, you guys were busy.
Yeah, we delivered the 300Z. He was so happy. I mean, he's blown away happy. That's where the Mexican Fiesta came from.
Oh,
yeah,
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
He was so blown away by everything, and he just wanted to show appreciation and just a thank you to everyone for working on it and making it beautiful. So yeah, he drives that thing everywhere. It's funny, Ryan texted me the other day, and he says that he's, he sees it because it's down the road from his house, and it looks really pretty in front of this one brick building that he parks it in front of. And all his friends, it's like Z spotting. So all his friends are like, oh, we saw the 300. Oh, they take pictures, and they take pictures, and they send it to him. So it's nice. He's been driving. Yeah.
He's going to drive.
And he's local, too, which is the nice thing. You get to see it.
That's what you want. You want somebody out there driving it around.
Yeah, no, he definitely, he was really blown away by it. He's very excited. So
plus, it's nice to see it stay local. So many of the things we do go far away, so it's nice to see one locally. So awesome.
All right.
Great week again.
Cheers to more cars.
Absolutely.
So is it fun being married to the ride?
Absolutely. Not every project that comes into GCD is a full custom interior build. Our bread and butter is these convertible tops, and that's where Kurt comes in. He does phenomenal work, and we plug out about 30 of them a year. So remember, whether it's restoration work or vehicle maintenance, GCD Auto Studio is the place to contact for all your classic car needs. We'd love to be married to your ride as well.